What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 15 of the Jetstream podcast. What a crazy weekend filled with amazing football. Let's see. I mean, not maybe Denver. That was almost disgusting. Denver Pats game was not so exciting, but the Seahawks and the Patriots are going back to the Super Bowl. But before we get into that, and while we wait for Graham, our Oilers correspondent is back from Cuba. So, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
Yeah,
A little
how was your
cold
trip?
now, but it was good. Other than the food, if anyone ever goes to Cuba, bring spices and sauces, but they don't use any there.
Seriously? Everything's just bland as hell, or what?
Yeah, like the only spice they use is salt. And it's just like a little pinch. Like all the fish is just super fried with like a pinch of salt, or there's like no like sauces for anything. The food is quite below average, but everything else is super nice. So can't
Weird. Is
complain.
that is that like just is that like a culture thing, or is that just like the hotel you were staying at?
No, like I've like before I went, people were like, "Oh yeah, like bring like barbecue sauce and like stuff for chicken," because like they don't use any of that stuff there. And then I was like, "Ah, they'll probably have something."
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, I was
Huh.
wrong.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it on the last podcast, but was it an you were all inclusive, right?
Yeah,
So it's
all
like, yeah,
inclusive.
but
Yeah,
then there was like a Chinese restaurant and like there was like four different types of restaurants or
yeah. So like there's like a lunch buffet or a breakfast buffet, lunch buffet, and dinner buffet. Nice.
Hyman.
Hyman from this fucking office.
To our listeners, Oilers just tied it up on the Ducks 1-1, watching the game right now on the broadcast. Yeah, anyways, I guess sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, there's just like there's buffets for each meal, and then there's like our resort. There was a snack bar that was open from like 7 a.m. till midnight. You could go in there
Okay.
anytime and get like sandwiches or like fruit salads or anything like that. And then there was like a Japanese restaurant, there was an Italian restaurant, and there was a Cuban restaurant. And so you had to book like the morning of, like only one of them would be open each night. So like we would book for like 6:30 at the Japanese restaurant. Then we'd go the next night we went to the Italian restaurant. And then the third night we went to the Cuban restaurant. It's
Oh,
like
hell yeah.
it's a restaurant style. So you would like order a dish and then they'd bring it out to you instead of the buffet.
Okay. And they were all bland as
They were
hell, even the
the
Italian restaurant.
Italian was like it was like Alfredo sauce with pasta. So like it was all right, but the portions were like tiny at those restaurants.
Interesting. Well, yeah, I mean, hope you had a good trip. You missed the worst of the
Yeah,
weather. It was fucking freezing here for a bit. I think it got down
yeah.
to as low as like -40.
Because with
So
the wind
bad.
chill, it was like minus 48 or something like that. I saw,
Yeah, it was terrible.
and
So,
I looked at the weather in Cuba and it was like, oh, it's plus 26 and sunny. There's
yeah, lucky bastard.
it's almost or over 70 degree difference.
Yeah. I
Um,
know, like on that day that it was like -40, you know how like we have a walkout basement, so like it gets like super cold down there. And that day it was like I couldn't even like go to sleep. I like sleeping in like a colder like environment, but it was literally like so cold down there. Like my hands were fucking freezing. I could almost see my own breath downstairs. It was that bad.
wow.
I can't remember the last time it was like that cold. I don't know. I guess I
Yeah,
wasn't really here for last winter, but feels like it's been a really cold winter this year. I don't know.
yeah,
Or at
it
least
has
the
been.
past couple of weeks. But anyways, you know who else is cold is you're
We
just
are
kidding.
cold.
They just tied they just tied up the game 1-1, Zach Hyman. I heard he's been outstanding since he's returned to the lineup. I heard that on Chicklets the other
He's
day,
he's
but like
he's been as usual. Just that piece that just works with McDavid. Like
yeah.
it's just he gets the puck to McDavid. He does everything right. Like
So as
he's
an
just a
Oilers fan, do you think that like he should have made Team Canada? You think, or at least talked about it more than he was? Because honestly,
the
even as
only
like a Jets fan, I think he should have been talked about more.
so what I was thinking is like them just being like familiarity and stuff like that. Like they want like people that can gel together. And I thought maybe he would just come to play on McDavid's line just because they play so well all year together. That being said, there's so many better forwards than
Yeah.
him, like just skill wise. But he would bring that like that offensive touch, but also like the grit, like the hitting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's not a dirty player, but he just he makes the right hits. I don't know. Like he had what like double the hits in like 10 playoff games last year than he did all season. In those big games, he just elevates himself. So I
Yeah.
thought maybe he could have went, but that being said, like, there's so many forwards that like he even got snubbed that probably should have made it over.
Yeah, I guess it's kinda tough with, like you said, like, Hyman's a very, like, physical and front net player, and so they already have, like, Tom Wilson, obviously, and then, like, Mark Stone, I think, is another one. Not that I think he throws the
Mark
body
Stone,
around all that
Mark
much.
Stone's on a heater.
Is he?
Mark Stone since the rosters have been announced, so since the new year, I think as of Saturday or something, it was probably before McDavid's 5 point game. He had more points since the rosters were announced than McKinnon and McDavid. Like he's got
Holy
like
shit.
22 points in the month of January. So
Damn, good for
he's been
him.
on a he's been on a heater.
Holy, good for him, because he was left off of, like, I feel like a lot of people's projected lineups this year, even after, like, again, I thought he had a good Four Nations last year, and I think he's a good player, like a good net front guy. So good for him for doing that. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But let's get back into your week here because I mean, not that it was a terrible week, but not exactly what you want. Tuesday lost to the Devils, uh, 2-1. Thursday you lost 6-2 to the Pens, and then Saturday you won 6-5 against the Caps. So let's start with the second worst of it, I guess. Your 2-1 loss to the Devils. You said it was actually a good game?
I I didn't watch the full thing because I was in Cuba and the reception there is like super hit and miss. So
Okay.
it's like I watched parts of it, and from what I saw, it was pretty good. That being said, on Chicklets, Asha was kind of being like to uh to Wit. He's like, "Oh, you're pretty quiet after the Devils W and stuff." I don't know. The Oilers outshot them 23-17. So I don't think the Devils played that good or outplayed the Oilers that much. They got depth scoring. That Britsick, I think he's a rookie. And then Glass had 2 points. I mean, our only goal was Matt Savoy from Walner and Howard. So I guess they played good defensively to keep McDavid and Draisaitl off the score sheet. So
Yeah.
teams that can do that, then they have a pretty decent chance of winning against the Oilers. So, yeah, like
Yeah.
all 3 games this week. I didn't catch all of it, but I got like parts of each of them. So,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, I think this was a good game, but
I'd imagine
unfortunate.
probably like a pretty fast game just with like Jack Hughes and Bratt and stuff, and then McDavid and Draisaitl and whatever. Like Edmonton's one of the
Yeah.
faster, if not one of the faster teams in the league. I don't know if they're as fast as say Colorado, but definitely up there for sure. And then the Devils are a pretty quick team, even though they've kind of had a tough season. Sort of seems like they're coming up a little bit now, maybe. I mean, they got 56 points in 52 games. They are 6 spots out of a wild card. So you never know with them. They could feel like they're a very streaky team. So you never know. They could turn it on all of a sudden.
Yeah, like Dougie Hamilton was getting talked about, like, oh, he's the worst and he needs to be treated now. And they healthy scratched him, and now he's like on a 9 point or a 9 game point streak. So
Is he? Shit.
yeah, yeah. So I
Maybe
that
a
like that
little
is a
jet
team I
stream
could
bump.
see turning it around. They,
So I was kind of singing his praises
they've
last pod.
won,
So
yeah.
you
You've
know
been
who's
singing his
not on a
praises kind of
heater?
since the Olympics because you thought maybe he could crack it.
Sorry, say that again.
Who's that? I said you were kind of saying he could have made the Olympics, but and then after that he's been kind of on the heater, so maybe that's credit to you.
Yeah, and that's sort of what I was gonna say was, you know who's not on a heater? Shout out Graham, who should hopefully be here pretty soon. Drew Doughty has 0 points and he's minus 12 in his last 11 games. So maybe, maybe I'm onto something. Maybe we should have taken Dougie Hamilton instead of Drew. I don't know. What do I know? But Anyways, that's interesting. I did not know Dougie had 9 in his last however many here. But let's get into, did you watch the Thursday 6-2 loss to the Pens? What happened there if you watched it, or even if you didn't still, what happened there?
I was in the games room in Cuba, and we're shooting pool, and I was like, oh, it's whatever, 9:30 or whatever. Game should be starting right away, so I'll head up to my room and watch the game. And then I got carried away and played a couple games of pool, and I looked down at my phone. I'm like, it's 3-0 Penguins. And then I looked at the time, and I'm like, 9:40. Game started at 9:30, and yeah, they scored 3 goals in the first 3 minutes on Jari, and yeah, that wasn't ideal at all. So I missed the start of it, and then I watched a bit of the second period and the end of the game, but the game was pretty much over by the end.
Man, just looking at
Oh,
this here
sorry,
too,
Penguins scored 3 in 37 seconds. Sorry. So the first goal
Jesus
was 2:20
Christ.
in, the second goal was 2:42 in, and the third goal was 2:57 in. So it wasn't the first 3 minutes, but it was all in 37 seconds.
So goaltending
Yeah,
trouble
that's a
still
game
in
that
in
we should just
Edmonton
forget
then.
about
Are you
and never talk about ever again.
Is there are you gonna look for a new goaltender now? Are you gonna try and trade Jari away, or was it
No,
his fault? No.
I didn't see most of it, so I can't really say. But like we outshot them 32-23. Skinner didn't play; it was Shelov's, but Skinner and Sheloff have been like the best tandem in the last like 3 weeks or whatever. Like Skinner's got like a fucking 9-10 save percentage, or it might be even more. But yeah, he's been unreal. I think he's like 6-1 in his last seven with like an unbelievable save percentage and goals against. So, but that's just Stewie. He's so hot and cold. He'll go on a
Yeah.
6-7 game here and then just fall off for 5 games. But yeah, that's a game we should just never talk about it ever again.
Yeah, I mean, credit to Pittsburgh. It seems like they are, I don't know if they ever like really excuse me, fell down in the standings, but um they're second in the Metro now. 63 points in 51 games. They're still quick math, 6 points behind Carolina and 4 points ahead of that NYI's. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I mean, they'll never be out of it when Crosby's around. Like last year was a really down year, kind of, but
Yeah.
I think like Crosby's just such a good player. It's also nice because it's Malkin's last seasons. They're kind of giving it one more push.
Yeah.
Um,
There we
Happy to
go.
see the
That's a better one.
Penguins.
Yeah, that being
Happy to
said,
see
in
them.
this game, just looking at the box score now, it seems like scoring from just everywhere. I mean, Mantha had 2 goals. Malkin had a goal and an assist. Saint Ivani had 2 assists. Brezo 2 assists. Chinnikov 1 goal. Raquel 1 goal. Crosby had 1 goal. So I mean, and then it goes on. So it seems like just a bunch of different people were kind of getting it done. I guess Mantha had a pretty decent game, but
Yeah.
scoring from everywhere. So interesting. Do you think Pittsburgh can make a run this year? Do you think they're good enough?
I don't think they can make a run. I think they'll make the playoffs. Yeah, they just don't have the depth that other teams do.
Yeah, you think so? Because looking at it now, like, man, and I know we've said this a few times on the podcast, but like the East is so tight, and
Yeah,
there's
I just
really
think
like,
Detroit's really good. Tampa's good.
yeah,
Carolina's good. Even in a 7 game series, I'm taking Montreal. Like
yeah,
Florida, they'll have their guys back. I think
yeah,
they're a playoff team. I don't think they're a cup contender.
yeah, fair enough. Well, I guess if Florida even gets in, I mean, Boston's got that second wild card spot as it stands right now, and so I guess
Yeah,
we'll see. But yeah, I'm sure we'll touch on it a little bit later too. But yeah, I mean, Detroit looks really good
yeah,
just based off the last game we played against them. I think we've lost our only 2 games against them, but yeah, now Buffalo's in the third in the Atlantic. That's crazy.
yeah.
Anyways,
They went on a heater.
yeah, I love how close the league is this year, other than I guess Colorado, Minnesota, and Dallas. That being said, I think Dallas has kind of gone on a skid lately.
Yeah,
Same with
like even
Minnesota.
Colorado. Last time I saw, they were like 4-6, 2026. Like they haven't been. Yeah, they're 4-4-2 in their last 10. It's Colorado. Same with Minnesota, and then Dallas is 4-5-1. So like none of them have been like on like major heaters.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the winner of the cup this year is going to shock us all. I think just like anytime a team goes on like a record-breaking regular season, I mean, you look at like Boston and then Tampa in years prior, like they always lose in either, I guess, in the first round in that case. So I don't know. That
President's
being
Trophy
said,
curse.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, as it stands right now, I mean, Colorado would be playing San Jose in the first. That'd be so sick if San Jose beat Colorado in the first round. If Celebrini got it done, that'd be so sick
Yeah.
with the season he's having. And I mean, again, I know we talked about this last podcast, but well, actually, I'm not sure if you were there for it, but do you think if San Jose gets into the playoffs that Celebrini is the front runner
MVP.
for the Hart? Yeah.
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 Just look at it. Look at the points on the team. He's
Yeah.
sitting in first with 74. The next is Tyler Toffoli at 34. He has
Yeah.
40 more points than any other player on his team.
Yeah. It's nuts.
That is insane.
It's crazy. Obviously, yeah, I mean,
Like,
crazy season McDavid, McKinnon, and Kucherov are having too. But I mean, Kucherov's got
can you
point.
still hear me properly?
McDavid's got
I'm kind of like glitching out,
sorry.
I think.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I 100% agree that oh boy. Sorry folks, having some technical difficulties here.
It was
Yeah,
said
I think that's
reconnecting, so I missed I missed what you said there because
oh that's okay.
my Wi-Fi was lagging out, I think. But yeah, like he's got to be the MVP
Yeah.
if they make the playoffs.
Yeah, okay. Glad we agree. Okay, well then let's move on to, oh my God, Saturday, 6-5 win against the Caps. Booch Bomb had 3 goals and 3 assists. Davo had 2 goals and 3 assists. And then I think Draisaitl had a couple points after that too. What the hell happened in this game? Is Booch him?
Well, Bush went from being a -3 in the Penguins game to having 6 points, 6-5 win. So that's just the definition of Bush. Like one day he'll be the worst player on the ice, and the next day he'll be the best player on the ice. And it just doesn't make sense why he can't do it consistently. But in the playoffs, he seems to elevate his game, so I'm not going to complain. Um, that's his game is points, points, points. He's not a very good defender. Even like the way I look at it is coming like breaking out of the D zone. He'll make that little toe drag, that little skill move that most defensemen can't make, and that's just like how he plays defense. Like it's he's not that shutdown guy. It's just he makes skill moves to get out
Yeah.
of his zone or to get the pucks up to the forwards. Like it's just yeah, I don't know. I could go on and on about Booth, but yeah, he had a legacy game on Saturday, so all 3 goals were just cannons. So that was good to see.
Yeah, I mean, so what
Yeah,
are what
I
are
think
his point
Ingram
totals
got
for this?
pulled for the
Ingram got
season.
pulled? Go ahead. I
Or
think we're
yeah, in
on
that game,
different
I think.
different wavelengths right now with the connection. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
Ingram got pulled.
So Ingram got pulled in that game after like 2 periods. Jari came in and picked up the win. We tied it up with like 20 seconds left. I'm in the crease with an extra attacker, and McDavid had a breakaway in overtime, so that ended it. But yeah, that was just a classic Oilers game. Give up 5 and score 6. So what were you saying? You want Bouchard's season totals?
Yeah, I was just gonna look here because I think he's at a point
He's
per
got
he's over a point per
he's got
game.
55 and he's got 55 in 53 games.
Man, as much as I've been dogging him, if he's doing that, I mean, you think he's worth 9.5 million if he's putting up a point per game every season?
Yeah, like he's just so worth it
Yeah,
in the playoffs. Like his playoff
yeah, like
numbers are just
honestly.
insane.
Because I've been and like my biggest problem with Bouchard was not even like his lack of defense, but just the fact that like he doesn't look like he gives two shits out there and does not care about the game of hockey. He's just out there doing what he does. But I mean, if he's a point per game player, and I know he's playing with McDavid and Draisaitl, but man, I mean, at least you're getting some money's worth compared to the contract you gave to Darnell Nurse. I don't know.
Yeah,
It looks better than that, at least, because when you guys signed that ticket, I thought it was going to be the exact same thing where, I mean, I thought Booch would be an offensive threat and an offensive juggernaut, but I don't know. I almost saw it as being just as bad because at least like Nurse plays defense. But yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean,
He tries.
looking at those point totals and yeah, go ahead.
Like in the playoffs last year, he had 23 and 22. The year before that, he had 32 and 25. The year before that, he had 17 and 12. Like he's a point per game player in the playoffs, which
Yeah.
is very hard to do. So
Yeah, wasn't he your team leader in points last year or 2 years ago?
I don't think so. 2 years ago, maybe he had 32
I re
points in
I
25
remember
games
him
last
being
year, and 2 years ago.
yeah. I'm not sure if it actually, like, finished up that way, but I remember him being ahead of McDavid and Draisaitl for a while in the playoffs, and I think it was 2 years ago. But, I mean, then even looking at, like, these
Yeah,
goals, 3 not there was only 1 power play goal against Washington, so you can't exactly call Booch a power play merchant either if he's getting it done 5 on 5 too. I'm not sure what his stats look like for the season, how many power play points he has, but interesting.
um, so that was that game. Now they're 1-1 against Anaheim going into the second right now. Winner of this game, Edmonton either stays in second or the Ducks can pass the others for second in the Pacific. 1-1 game. Ducks killed off, or no, I think the Hyman goal was at the end of a 4-minute power play. Josh Szymanski, first NHL game, young German player from Bakersfield. He's got 28 points in 39 games, so not a crazy point scorer, but playing on our fourth line center role right now. So we'll see how he does. He hasn't looked horrible in the first. I saw him good forecheck by him. So, yeah, we'll see how this game plays out. But this game has been fast and skilled. Like you can tell that both
Yeah.
these teams are fast and skilled. So it's fun hockey to
Oh,
watch for sure.
Winnipeg knows how fast and skilled Anaheim is as they score.
No, I don't know. Did they just score?
As they
Yeah,
score to go on up 2-1. But yeah, Winnipeg fans know how fast and skilled Anaheim is. They pumped us the first time they played us. Um, as it stands right now, you guys are supposed to play them in the playoffs. Do you still want them?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I would take them in the playoffs for sure.
Like
Oh, I was
you'd
gonna say
rather have
fast, but I don't know.
Anaheim over San Jose or Utah or I guess the Kings.
I'd rather Anaheim over the Kings, I think. But like San
Okay.
Jose, I would love to have San Jose. You just gotta shut down Celebrini.
Yeah.
I don't want Vegas in the first round. That's all.
Yeah,
It seems
especially
to be
now. I
like
mean,
our second, third round. Our second, third rounds are always like we always dominate those. Like it's just the first round, and then yeah, like second and third rounds we've been money the last couple of years.
yeah. Yeah, especially now with something we forgot to mention on last week's pod, but Rasmus Anderson going to the Vegas Golden Knights now, going back to play with
Cheat
crazy.
code.
Going back to play with Hannafin, that's unbelievable. They are so stacked now, and man, poor Zach Whitecloud and poor. I saw a post about Keegan Colasar going to see Zach Whitecloud before he headed out to Calgary, and he was like, "Yeah, I was like in tears. I was devastated." And so, just another like heartbreaking trade that Vegas has made, where like they really do not give a fuck about who they are trading or why as long as they think that it's making their team better. Because I guess Zach Whitecloud could be considered like one of the misfits and stuff too, like one of those original guys. He's been there for
Yeah,
forever. I don't know if
that's
he
his
did.
only
Was
team.
he? Is it? Yeah.
He was actually just a free agent signing. So he's actually got a kind of a crazy story. So he lived in the Brandon area, and so his parents were billets for the Wheat Kings. So Kelly McCrimmon knew his parents from that because Kelly McCrimmon was GM of the Brandon. And well, there we go, power play. Uh,
McDavid just got a B-way. Yeah.
yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so he went to play Verdun, like in the MJ. My brother played against him for a couple of years, and then he just got way better over his few years in Verdun, and then went and played NCAA. Like his second year, I think he NHL scouts started to come watch him, and yeah, he just chose to go with Kelly McCrimmon, like his hometown guy that he knew, and he signed him to a contract, and he's worked out in the NHL ever since. So, oh, it's a penalty shot.
I'll mark it so I can add this to the podcast. Stopped.
Oh, what a shitty fucking attempt.
He didn't even get the hands going or
Um,
anything there.
yeah, that was horrible. But yeah, so you just kind of he was never like the as a kid like just like the big like skill guy and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It was he just worked his ass off and got
Yeah.
better and yeah. So
That's crazy.
props to
I mean, the
him.
perfect.
Sucks that
Yeah.
sucks that he had to leave. And I saw Keegan Colstar said he was in tears all day. They're both
Yeah.
from from Manitoba, played on Vegas for years and years and years. Yeah, Colstar said he was devastated by the news when he got the news. So
Yeah.
yeah, sucks for White Cloud, but that's the business of the NHL, and you're gonna have to be true.
Yeah. So I know you've kind of had Vegas's number over the past few years here now, but with this addition of Rasmus Anderson, are you worried? I mean, it sounds like you are just
No,
based off of you saying you don't want Vegas, but you're
I don't
not
want
worried.
Vegas in the first round. Because,
Yeah.
like, if you think the last 2 years we've beat them, they've had Petrangelo, who I think is a better defender than Rasmus Anderson.
Yeah. Good point.
This year they don't have him, so that's kind of his replacement. It's just
Yeah.
the
Two
Oilers
very
just
different
struggle in
defensemen.
the first round. They just struggle in the first round. So that's the reason I want someone without experience in the first round, and then we'll probably get them in the second round.
Yeah, someone without experience, even though LA's made it like the past 4 years and you
Yeah,
just beat them every single year. But no,
wreck
I get
their
what you mean.
dreams.
Yeah, I'm shocked you don't want
I'd I'd
Kings in the first round.
I'd love I'd love Anaheim or San Jose, just
Yeah.
because they don't have playoff experience. But
Yeah, I think that's a safe bet and safe thing to want.
yeah,
Oilers scored
there we go.
2-2.
Kapanen, or was it? That's
It was
Savoy.
your
Savoy might be on his
defense.
feet.
It was your left defenseman, but I might have got tipped.
Spencer Stastny, first goal as an Oiler. I love him. He moves so well.
Oh
Went
yeah,
off Zellweger's foot.
yeah, you just scored a
Yeah,
beauty.
he right off Zellweger's foot. Yeah, no, he we traded him. We traded a third round pick for him to Nashville, and yeah, he moves so well. Like I love his game. He's not like a flashy guy, but he just shuts people down. So love Stancy's game.
Interesting. Okay. Well, did you have anything else to add, Oilers related, or should we move on to whatever our next topic is? I guess we'll move on to NFL. But
Somewhat Oilers related. A goalie that the Oilers could have had if they just didn't move down 2 spots or just drafted the goalie in the first round. Jesper Wallstedt is now on the trade block. I don't know if he's like on the trade block or if they're open to trading him, but I feel like it would take a lot of assets to acquire him because he's a young, really good goaltender. Really wish the Oilers had him, but that's about it for me.
yeah, why do you think it is that Minnesota wants to trade Wallstedt? Is it because of what I said to you that the Jets pumped him so bad that Minnesota's like, we got to get this guy out of here. He's washed, or is it just? I'm sure it's sort of like they have their guy in Gustafson, correct? Is their
Yeah,
so-called
they have
backup?
Gustafson, and like
Yeah.
he's like they just signed him. Like he's their guy,
Yeah. So try and get
and
someone
like
for like Wallstedt has value right now with how well he's
yeah,
been
he's got
doing this season and
tons of
stuff.
value right
So
now.
yeah.
Like just like they need center depth. Like they traded what's his name, Marco Rossi away, and
Yeah.
now they're kind of struggling with center depth. Like Eriksson Ek's injured right now, so they got Vinny Hinostroza, Tyler Picklick, Nico Sturm, and Jakov Trenin as their four centermen.
Yeah,
Like
that's
not a
tough.
single one of those is a 1C. And then like even with Eriksson Ek back, he's their 1C. Who is their 2C? Hinostroza. Like they just yeah.
Yeah.
I just search up the
Interesting.
Iowa
Okay.
Wild. I want to
Yeah, who do you Oh, go ahead.
I want to see who they have in the minors for a goalie who they would bring up, or if they would trade Wallstead for a goalie plus a centerman. Goalies. Oh, they got Cal Peterson. Like he was with the
Oh
Kings
yeah.
for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like a backup. Yeah, they bring him up. I don't know his stats. They have this Samuel Halvja. I don't know who the hell that is.
Yeah. So who do you think they could make a move for then? If I mean they could get a hefty return for Wallstead, but I don't know how many.
For
Like
sure.
I know we've said Nazem Kadri a few times.
Like Do you think that the Blues would be interested in him and like to have like one of their younger good centermen head to Minnesota?
Probably not, because the Blues already have Hofer, right? So like, why would they be trading for another young goaltender? Like, I don't know how much
Well,
sense
then
that
you
would
have your
make for
then you have
him. Yeah,
like
I
you have your
guess
tandem then.
that's true, but they kind of already have their. I guess
Nice, me too.
Binnington hasn't had a great season. Yeah,
Exactly.
but I don't know how that really works. And then like, yeah, I know, I know Braden Shen wants to play with his brother. So hey, if they want to send Luke Shen to Minnesota like for free so he can go play with his brother, that's so fine by me. I also like just don't really see how like that would work, because other than Braden, I don't think Thomas is going anywhere. I think Kyrou would be the
No,
first guy to go, and Binnington. But I mean, hey, you never know. I can't picture that trade in my head. Like, because then what? Do they send Binnington as well to
yeah,
Minnesota? Like, that
they
just
would
seems
have
like
to,
a
or
yeah,
they
it's
send Bennington somewhere else.
yeah, I mean, send Binnington to Winnipeg. Hope not. Yeah, you never know. But that just seems like that would have to be a pretty complicated trade for that to work. But hey,
Very.
you never know. Do you think the Rangers, like, because I know they're selling right now, do you think like Zibanejad would be a guy maybe that Minnesota would try and go after? But
I think he,
Rangers wouldn't want Wallstead because they have Shesterkin, right? So I guess that wouldn't make
yeah,
sense either. But I guess my
that'd be
question
hard.
is, do you see Zibanejad like getting dished from the Rangers, or
Panarin's gonna go. They already said they're not re-signing him, so Panarin's
yeah?
gonna go. Did you see the Rangers trade that just happened tonight?
No, I didn't.
Carson Soucy went to the Islanders for a third round pick.
Okay.
I saw Braden
Hmm.
Schneider was in contract or was in trade talks. He's a younger defenseman. He's an 0-1. He's big, heavy hitter, kind of shutdown guy.
That would be a great guy
He
for
would,
the Jets if we're looking to replace Luke Shen. Like, he's like a better, younger Luke Shen, in my
yeah,
opinion. That might be
yeah.
I don't know. Not that I think we should be buyers right now, but that's a trade I would not hate, but that's
To get
interesting.
younger, why not? Like even if you went like I don't know, a Nola and a first or a Nola and a second for Schneider. I don't know.
I wouldn't hate that. I guess we should get a move on with the podcast here because we have to
Yeah, we
leave
got a
in
hockey
like,
game in 40 minutes on the ice in 40.
I mean, crazy football weekend. I mean, that Denver Pats game I wasn't really watching with Bo Nix being out. I didn't really like care to watch it, and I think I was right with that assumption. I mean, seemed like a pretty boring game. I don't know if you sort of thought the same thing, but
Very boring. And if Bo Nix was
yeah,
playing in that game, the Patriots would have lost.
yeah,
That game can be not talked about and forgot about because that was hard to watch.
yeah.
The Patriots won
Okay.
with like 82 yards of offense. There was one pass play that was like a flea flicker to Matt Collins, and then the rest was all with Drake May's legs. Like he ran the ball for like 67 yards or something.
That's crazy. Yeah, and then you watch the Seahawks Rams game.
Yeah, sort of. I was kind of eating dinner and doing some stuff around the house because that was my first day back, doing laundry kind of thing. So I watched most of
Okay.
it. It was just like the other two games they played this season. High scoring, very
Yeah.
entertaining. Came down to the last little bit. Actually put $10 on the Rams to win with when they had their last little, oh my God, Darnell. Nice goal.
Speaking of nurse.
Yeah, just before they got the ball back that last drive. Um, I put $10 on them. It was like $10 for like 300 something dollars, 400 something
Okay.
dollars. I was like, it's one drive. Like Puka Nakua could do me a favor here and win me some money, but obviously didn't. But I think the Seahawks are a well-rounded team and are going to kill the Patriots in the Super Bowl. So
Yeah, that's your
that'll be
prediction. I think so too.
yeah.
I think it's going to be a drumming. I think the
I
Rams
would just
see.
love I'd love to see the Seahawks win, just to not see the Patriots or Chiefs or Eagles win. Is nice.
Yeah, not that the Seahawks are even like much better to root for, but like I guess they'll get their revenge game against the Pats for that late pick or whatever that happened in the Super Bowl. So there's that. But like the
2014.
Seahawks have been pretty good for a while here too. So I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
hilarious that the Seahawks and Pats are going back to the Super Bowl together.
Yeah.
Crazy.
One thing that I saw today. So,
Man, what is this hockey game?
oh, Ekholm was his second.
I swear to God, every time Edmonton's going up the ice, it's a 2-on-1 given up by Anaheim.
That's good.
Ugh. Okay,
Um,
well, that game's done. Anyways.
Tyler Lockett. Do you know that name? I think you had him on your fantasy team for a bit. So he came to Seattle in 2015. So they went to back-to-back Super Bowls the 2 years before he got there. Okay. He played from 2015 to 2025, 10 seasons with Seattle, never made it back there. This season he left and went to Tennessee and then got traded to Vegas halfway through this year. But the first year he leaves, they go back to the Super Bowl. So they've been in 3 Super Bowls in the last 13 years. The 10 years that he was on the team, they never went. The 3 years that he wasn't, they're in the Super
So
Bowl.
he's cursed. That's funny. The poor guy. That's shitty. Anyways, let's move on to the Jets because pretty good week. Pretty good week for your Winnipeg Jets here. Tuesday 3-1 win. I mean, depends what you want to perceive as good, but 3-1 win over the Blues. Thursday 2-1 loss to the Panthers in a shootout, and a 5-1 loss to the Wings. So, well, I guess it wasn't a good week, but 3-1 win over the Blues. Let's see. I mean, what happened in that game? Oh yeah, I was boots on the ground for that game. Seemed pretty boring. Seemed like we were just, I don't know, pretty dominant throughout the majority of that game. Josh Morrissey had a power play goal. Scheifele had a power play goal, and then Scheifele had the empty netter. Sucked seeing Joel in the net. It's always like tough watching those Winnipeg games because they always play Joel, and well, I guess he won the last one against us when he played us at home, but
Yeah.
it's always just like I want him to play well, but I also like want the Jets to win, so I'm always just like hoping for like a 1-0 Jets win. But I mean, 3-1 with an empty netter, that's like a pretty low scoring game, so
Yeah, I can't complain about that. At least you didn't get lit up and pulled or something like that.
yeah, exactly. I think like the one time I went with Matthias, it was like nothing game, and we were both like wearing Joel jerseys and stuff, and saw him after the game, and you could tell he was just like so upset and stuff. It was like, I don't know, it was just like awkward to see him after,
Yeah,
like,
I
oh
mean the
hey,
Jets only
like
had
sorry.
16 shots on net, but like
The
the
Jets had
Blues
how many?
outshot the Jets. The Blues outshot the Jets 23-16. So Joel did not have a great game.
Yeah, but
Um,
that's classic Jets. Was just like we hate shooting the puck. It's just a lot of puck possession on our part. So I think we held the puck for the majority of the time, even if we didn't outshoot them.
yeah,
But also like none of the goals were like Joel's fault either. So like
yeah,
there's that too. But yeah, anyways, and then Thursday lost to the Panthers again. You know, doing these reactions and stuff, like last year, it was so much more fun when we were like,
winning.
winning every game. Yeah. And now it's just like, I'm so like tuned out every game now. Like, I mean, I just don't, I'm hoping we lose. And so, for these reaction clips and stuff, it's like, I'm not even like cheering when we score anymore. And so, just watching this game again, like another boring game. Sam Bennett gets one. Cole Perfetti had a really nice goal on the assist from Jonathan Taves.
And that Taves takeaway was pretty nasty.
Yeah. He's been playing really, really good these
Yeah,
past
he's been heating up.
15 or so games.
Look who decides to show up.
Yo, man.
Buddy,
We're on the
we're
Aces
just
30
singing
minutes.
Perfetti and
I gotta
Taves.
get my
We're just, go ahead.
I gotta get my Jets jersey and the Sorelli jersey up there to block my closet, man. What did I hear about Taves and Perfetti for who?
Taves and Perfetti, man. We're just
No,
talking
their
about
goal
their
against Florida.
beauty.
Like the Taves strip. And then
Yeah, nasty, man. They might be the
Uh-oh.
best NHL.
Freakle's out of here.
And I'm serious, no, I'm not.
Freakle's leaving the pod.
No, I think I'll just dips. Sorry,
They might be, man.
I probably missed a shite ton. What part were we at here?
we just finished talking St. Louis Jets. We finished Oilers talk. Oh, sub breaks. Finished Oilers talk, finished NFL talk. So yeah, now we're just talking Jets versus Florida before we have to get going here. And so I was just saying shades of McDavid from Taves there with the strip. And yeah, nice little feed to Perfetti. They both looked really, really good these past few games.
I also think that game is like the prime example of putting like 45 games before the fucking Olympics. Like, I thought for most of that game, both teams literally looked like they were like half dying inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
And similarly with the follow-up game after from Winnipeg, I mean, that Detroit performance was just pathetic. But I thought particularly, and I think McIntyre even commented on it, was like both these teams are like injury-riddled. They just look slow, tired. And then, I mean, it was kind of a snoozer, obviously, until OT, but...
Yeah, I watched
okay,
the OT
thank you.
and the shootout of the Panthers games. It was really exciting.
Yeah.
Who's the commentator for the Jets? Is it Robertson?
Robertson
Robertson?
and Sawyer.
Dan and
Yeah,
Sawyer.
so I was watching the shootout, and it was like, who were the two goal scorers? Was it Verhaeghe and Reinhart?
Reinhart was one of them for sure. And then
no, it was 1-1. Reinhart got the shootout winner.
Yeah.
The one goal was...
No, Bennett scored the goal. Who scored in the shootout?
Yeah.
Maybe it was for Schweggy.
Lundell and Reinhart.
Lindell.
So
yeah.
I just remember watching that, and it was like Lundell picks up the puck, and Robertson's like, and Lundell is 70% in his career in shootouts, and then goes down and scores, and then the same thing for Reinhart. He's like, and Reinhardt's like 62% in his career in shootouts. I'm like, oh, they both scored. I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah, he's a mush, man.
Tough go, but
apparently a few of our Jets fans were mad that Taves wasn't in the lineup for the shootout.
Yeah,
how do we feel about that?
Him and Kane were a cheat code in Chicago.
Yeah, from 2010 to 15.
You don't lose your shootout ability. Like, you still have your moves.
I just see the ability to execute them. You probably lose a little bit.
I don't know. Would I put Taves in over Connor and Scheifele, though? Probably not. Maybe as that third guy, but I mean...
You put Taves as a third guy? Why not? Like, who else
would you put? Logan Stanley in there, maybe?
Honestly,
Logan Stanley's number 4. I'm telling him the only way he can go is if he takes a slap shot from the red line.
Yeah.
He probably
That's
would.
exactly what I was just going to say, and I would love that. Oh, yeah. Anytime that guy winds up, he's one bar down.
If he winds up for a slap shot in a shootout, give him gold ear.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't even be mad. Yeah, honestly.
Okay, I need to pack my bag, and we're on the ice in like 20 minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
So I might need to dip out quickly.
Okay, sounds good. Graham and I will finish up here. But thank you, Oilers correspondent. Yeah, sounds good. Thanks, buddy. See you in a bit.
I will see you guys in hockey.
Thanks for holding down the fort, man.
Yes.
So you also thought that the game against Detroit was pathetic?
Yes.
Dude, I don't know. I didn't even think that was that bad, to be honest. I just think Detroit's a pretty good hockey team. And, like, I don't know. What did you think of, like, Scott O'Neill coming out after and saying that was embarrassing? I guess you agreed, obviously, based on your comments right now. But
I mean, in a certain aspect, like, I mean, I don't think that... How do I word it? I don't think that it was, like, an embarrassing performance. I just thought that, like, I mean, getting 5 straight scored on you in a third period is kind of disgusting. But, I mean, that whole game, I felt like we were kind of just on our heels, to be honest with you. I mean, the Koepke goal was nice, but, I mean, they were really pushing, I felt. And is that Beckett Seneke again? Oh, no, Granlund. Nice shot. Yeah, I just thought that, like, we were kind of on our heels from the start, honestly. And then, I mean, that third period was just a very, very, very poor showing. So,
yeah.
That's kind of my thoughts. I don't know if it was as bad as O'Neill said, but
I guess I sort of understand why, like, he's coming out and saying something is because, like, one, he hasn't done it this season yet. And then two, like, we are, like, I guess in his eyes, like, fighting for our lives right now. The fans, want us to lose and stuff, but like, as a team, they're obviously like
Yeah.
always trying to win, right? And so I can sort of understand from that perspective, like, yeah, we're trying to win games right now. Like, we have to win games right now if we are gonna make playoffs, and we give up 4 goals in the third period. Like, I can understand that. I just also, like, don't think that this is near, like, the worst game of our season. I think back to, like, I think it was against Buffalo, like, that like, after we had our closed door meeting and stuff like that was,
Yeah.
in my opinion, a way worse showing. Whereas, like, I think to your point, these past few games in particular, like, and you see it a lot after Christmas, like, the guys are ready for a break. They're done. Like, it's a long, long season. They've played over 50 games now. Like, I don't know. I just didn't think they looked all that different compared to, like, the past few games that against, like, Florida or even against St. Louis. Like, and I don't know if that's just me, like, kind of tuning out during the games now. Like, what I said to Breaks was, like, doing these reactions and stuff, it's like almost seems like it's like trying to lose games right now, and I'm not nearly as invested in the games anymore and just, like, tuned out. But I think also part of it is exactly what you just said, is like, it's halfway through the season. It's just after Christmas. Guys are ready for a break. I think it's a long
Yeah.
season. And so I don't know. I didn't think it was all that bad, but yeah, I mean, I guess good for Arneal for saying something. Like, I don't know. Do you think, like, he's also like he's also fighting for his life right now too, hey? Like, he's trying to fight to stay on this team. Would you say that's kind of part of it too?
Yes. I mean, I really don't know, like, what his, like, I have no idea what his leash is. Like, I don't know if, after coming off a President's Trophy season where, he almost wins the Jack Adams to essentially, well, I guess not anymore, but, borderline last in the league. Do you give a coach a grace period, or, is this a sign of future things? I mean, I definitely would say if this were to continue into next season, yes, I think he would lose his job. So I guess to now kind of answer your question, I mean, as all coaches really are, you're coaching for your next job, like that's
Yeah.
just the NHL head coaching circle is incredibly volatile. It's just a revolving door. Other than, I guess, if you're John Cooper, pretty much everybody gets moved on from, no matter who you are, what you do, what you believe in. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's a great point.
I think that, yeah, he definitely is coaching for a job because, unless we win back-to-back Stanley Cups or we go Western Conference Final, I'm sure that he'll be out of a job in a year or two. That's just the way the NHL operates.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
fair enough. Okay. Interesting. Obviously we have to go. But also, I guess we didn't talk about the Chicago game because that was right after we recorded.
yeah,
So I guess quick thing about that is just Taves coming back. That applause was fucking unbelievable. I mean,
awesome.
yeah. I didn't like cry the first time watching it, but then I watched, like, that runway where he was mic'd up for it and stuff, and, like, man, I almost had tears in my eyes watching it that time because, like,
It was really nice.
good for him. It should have been longer. It could have been longer. They could have gone all night, and I would have been completely fine with that if they just ran it for the first, or for all 3 hours of the broadcast. Because, I mean, yeah, that game afterwards was pretty boring. 2-0 loss. Not
Agreed.
really a whole lot going on.
I think the best part of that game was Bedard going bar down on an empty net and almost missing it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he had to schniz one on us. Oh, man. Anyways, yeah. Did you have anything else to touch on about the Jets past week, or is that kind of it?
I think that was pretty much it. I mean, we touched on Detroit and I guess
Stanimal.
Florida too. Stanimal, the GOAT, keeps on fucking just trucking along.
How about him on PP2 now too, hey?
I know, holy smokes, we really gotta go. Kayla,
Yeah,
let's do score
okay.
predictions.
Okay.
And then we'll dip. Next week, or I guess this coming week, is we played before Wednesday. I know we've got the Habs on Wednesday. Let me double
what?
check here.
We have the Devils tomorrow. We have Tampa on Thursday, and then we have Florida on Saturday, and then we have Dallas on Monday.
And then, I thought the Habs were this Wednesday. They're next Wednesday. Okay, I think, are we counting the Stars game, Monday the 2nd, or no?
Actually, you know what? Why don't we do this? Why don't we count that Habs game too, and then either maybe we skip the pod next week, or we record after the Montreal game, because then that'll lead us into the Olympic break. So let's do our next 5. So we got the Devils, Tampa, Florida, Dallas, and Montreal.
Loss, win.
What happened to you, man? What happened?
Okay, fine. Win, loss, win. No. Win, loss, win, loss.
Trust your gut, man, but we need you to say win so we start losing some games.
That is true. We're going to go 5-0. We're going to go 5-0.
Perfect.
And I'm boots on the ground for the Habs game, so I hope we actually win that one.
Okay. I'll go win, loss. Yeah.
Well, just go 5-0. We'll just somehow go 5-0.
As much as I want us to win that game, because Montreal is basically the same as Toronto in that Montreal fans swarm our building, I really want us to win that game, and your boots on the ground. I don't know. I don't know. Montreal.
I hope we do. That's always, the Habs are always fun.
Okay. Well, I'll say win then. Okay, let's head out of here. Thank you so much for joining us for the last 10, man. Sad we missed you, but we'll get you for the next one.
Sounds good, brother.
Please.
Oh, I don't have it queued up. God damn, I don't have it queued up.
We'll save it for next week. All right. Adios. Okay, see you in a bit.